everybody, welcome to the Paint the Picture podcast. Today we are here with Reallyrazzyy.
Reallyrazzyy.
Videographer, artist, and we're going to paint his picture.
Let's do it.
So starting off, I wanted to ask you, I kind of ask everyone this right now.
Okay.
What is the last song you added to your phone?
I heard this too.
Okay,
I'm so bummed because I heard this and I didn't even peep. But let me see. The last song I added to my phone has gotta be... Last song I added to my phone... Lil Narnia. This song by Lil Narnia. If we're going by people that I don't know, I'm a fan of, then Lil Narnia. And the song is Her Heart Has Flowers Inside.
Her heart
has flowers inside. So at Lil Narnia, that shit's am I gonna say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Then that's just fire.
I'm writing it down because I use it as an opportunity to find
find someone else. You're gonna trip on
perfect.
this. You're gonna trip on this stuff.
But
I mean, at the same time, there's so many artists that I'm always listening to that I'm helping out as well. Like there's this guy right now that we just met. He's a crazy talented artist, and like it's all I'm listening to is him right now.
Yeah.
But you'll hear his name soon. It goes by Lil Vibe.
Yeah.
Lil Vibe. So he right now his Instagram name is @SadLilVibe. So.
Okay, Vibe.
Yeah, I'll try to show you some of that too, dude. He's killing it for real.
Are you making a video with him?
Yeah, we're working on a video right now, and then so that's ready for that's getting ready for Elevator, and then we're almost gonna try to hit like a Starry. I don't know if you heard of the channel Starry, because his stuff's really on that like pop punk. Like he really started. He was punk based. He's kind of older too and stuff. So he, then transferred into the to the trap scene after and stuff like that. So he's really like roots punk, I think it'll go for that channel really well.
That's sick. It's crazy how you have all these like really solid connections.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that came from filming, and like that really like honestly that's what really like got me all these connections and stuff like that, is just like getting my name out on these platforms and stuff. So.
And for everyone watching who doesn't know, Reallyrazzyy is a videographer. I mean, you've worked with almost everyone in the underground, based in California at least.
Thank you, bro. Yeah,
you worked with Marcelo. You worked with EyeKeem.
I feel you.
You got stuff with Sauve, right?
Yeah, Sauve. Yeah, we got a couple. I have another video in the works right now. Me and him. We got one in the works right now, and then I think I'm gonna be working with Hella Sketchy too soon again.
That'll be sick. Yeah,
that's a homie, and then but yeah, I mean, there's still so many heads that I want to hit though as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just get like my name out there a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's start off to backtrack. Tell me a little about yourself and your upbringing.
So a little about me, I've always been a musician my whole life. Okay. That's like where I started. I always played live instruments too and stuff like that. So, but that's the thing is, that's actually funny because I also was always filming my whole life as well. But I always knew that my music was was really what my purpose here was, a little bit more than the filming. You know what I mean? So I knew that if I was doing film, it was gonna be involved with music no matter what.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So first, I was always gonna be like music based and make sure that I was helping in the industry at in some point. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was always playing instruments and stuff like that. High school, I got into making, I met a couple friends and stuff like that and got into really like, like making music, recording in home studios and stuff when I was younger. My older homies, shout out Maddox Music, he was like one of my older homies, and he actually showed me like, kind of like what it took, you know what I mean, to like put together a studio. They used to run a studio when they were like young, you know what I mean, and they're on like big waves now, but like when they were young, they were like managing themselves and they knew all the right moves to make. And it was cool. It was a great opportunity and a blessing to be surrounded by that, you know what I mean, at the time. And then I took that, you know what I mean, I was always kind of doing my thing as well, like with them, and then as well I would be I started a clothing line in high school. I did something called Gimmick Clothing, and like it was this thing like that was actually inspired by my older homies as well. You know what I mean? So I have to like almost give it up to my older homies kind of, because they really inspired a lot of my grind. I always saw them making moves and doing these dope things that like it was outside the box. Like no one thought you could just start a clothing company in high school or whatever and they would take off, and then you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And then finally like I was kind of getting the hang of things quicker, So that happened. I started that with a couple friends and stuff, and like it made a big name for itself in the city. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah, it did. Like a lot of the kids and everything, even the younger kids knew about the name Gimmick and stuff like that. People might still know, and they don't put two and two together because it was a clothing line only. People just wore it. They didn't know what was up with it or whatever. But Yeah, it was some buzz for a time, but I ended up being like kind of the only ones that was carrying it for a while at the end. And like carrying a clothing brand by yourself is impossible, literally. Not really, I mean, but like just you need that support. You need people to say like you can't take on every job by yourself. You know, what I mean? You can't. You're not. Like, we're not all Superman. You know, I thought I was. I was like, all right, I'll just do it by myself. Yeah. At this point, and like it just wasn't what it could have been. I just saw way bigger and stuff. So that'll happen. You know what I mean? So that's in the middle. Meanwhile, I'm still making music. I'm rapping. I was rapping a lot in high school, bro. Like, really, really, like, dropping a lot of tracks all the time. But it was on this thing. It was different. Migos wasn't even out yet and stuff like that. So, basically, it was it was a lot of, like, different rap. The rap game was so different. You know what I mean? The big names were, like, J. Cole and, like, Drake and stuff like that. And then Mac Miller and Wiz. When Wiz came out, he was finally he was the first one to talk about weed. And it was like, okay. Everyone was like, what the hell? This fool, like, smokes a lot, you know? Now you wouldn't even notice. Like, you know what I mean?
Every other rapper.
Yeah, exactly. So times were different, you know? So my cadences and everything, like, my rap was different, you know? And then, and at the same time, I was really learning about myself completely. Like, it was all a learning experience. Like, I was just like, I got on the mic right away, and I knew I was good. Like, I was better than average and stuff. And like, it was just like, it was, things were coming together that like I knew what I really wanted to do. You know what I mean? So wait,
what was your rapper name?
Rapper name then was, I went by Reallyrazzyy. I just went by Reallyrazzyy. Yeah, my full name. That's my real name, Reallyrazzyy. And that's the thing is that I'll always kind of go by Reallyrazzyy. I think eventually and stuff. But as times change, I'm really trying to adjust and stuff like that as well. You know what I mean? So, and especially like I kind of get worn out. Of course, I get worn out of my name sometimes. So I'm like, let me come at something like this a little bit different. You know, it's still a come up. I'm really still trying to even brand myself right now. So, so when I went with So when I finally went with Razzy, that was actually out of high school when I started getting a little bit more serious about music, and like Lil Yachty started coming out, and all these people that were kind of more fun in rap. Rap was more fun all of a sudden, and it wasn't as like dark and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, oh, let me go by Razzy. My mom always called me Razzy. My family always called me Razzy when I was little, and so let me go by Razzy, like Lil Razzy, blah blah, but just not no Lil or whatever, just Razzy, you know. And then I started making a lot of music, and this is like pretty recent actually, like maybe like less than 2 years ago. I was making like a lot of music, and my thing was kind of like, my theme ended up being like really Razzy, like really like kind of like a girl like almost annoyed or like annoyed at me, because I was doing something wrong, and like that I kind of took that as like my image, because I was always using samples from like the Notebook, like of like the girl like bitching at the guy or whatever, and then like all these weird things that like I kind of like wanted to brand off of, because like, you know, I was going through like a lot of that time anyways, and it was kind of working out for me. It was just kind of like, you know what, like, and then at the same time the branding of everyone else, like everyone was just doing like the, you know what I mean, the craziest things. I was trying to really take something, so that's where the really came from. And then also it's the tag in like my production, my beats and stuff. So like when my beat starts, it'll say really and blah blah blah. And then, so that's where that came from, and I just kind of ran with it. And then ever since like it got on like the first platform as really Razzy, it like barely is even spelled right still. And like when it is, like I just kind of took it. I was like, all right, let me just go by this now, because like people are gonna like need to backtrack and find who I am now. You know what I mean? So until that happened, I was really kind of in the air. Like I had no idea what name I wanted to do. It's kind of crazy, but. I mean, still though, I always go by Reallyrazzyy. I think that name in general is just like, it's really unique. Like I like my mom, she did it for a reason. You know what I mean? So I just always kind of thought like that was already a conversation, kind of. You know what I mean? I didn't really have to do like, I didn't really have to have my name as like be my conversation. That was, you know what I mean? But
exactly. So when do you still make music today?
So today, of course, I still make music, and I'm actually supposed to drop a track. And that's what I was saying. I'm doing a couple of different projects right now, and one of them is I'm about to drop a track underneath the artist name of Girls Like Cars. Okay. So it's called Girls Like Cars, and that's influenced by the early like kind of pop punk scene, like Good Charlotte. Like Good Charlotte was like one of the bands like I really fucked with when I was younger. I really liked the pop punk as well. You know what I mean? Like I had a lot of friends that went to Marina High School with me in Huntington that really showed me like a whole new wave of music that was, you know what I mean, like that was like this punk, but like it wasn't full punk.
Like
it
All
was
American
like
Rejects,
yeah, exactly.
Like
it was
Third Eye
punk where it was
Blind,
like they made it cool like to listen to like it was okay to listen to boy bands and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was like,
sure.
and it like made me like rethink a lot. It was like you know what I mean this is actually like a you know what I mean it's cool. They're heavily talented. The writing on the music is insane. Like I was like okay this is something like you know what I mean. Yeah. But at first you're like everyone wants to deny and be like oh like I don't listen to boy bands or whatever it is you know. But I thought that was dope. Like they really inspired me as well. So basically, Good Charlotte that inspired. There's a song called Girls and Boys, and one of the lines says, "Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money." Okay, so I went by that, Girls Like Cars, because I'm really trying to go with like a new. I'm really trying to. Let me think. I'm really trying to grab an audience here right now. Okay, you know what I mean? And I'm really trying to shout out almost that time. Like the early 2000s to 2005. Like I want to bring it back and I want to show like good grace to like that time. You know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of going by that. And we'll see how it goes. You
so
know
is that the
mean?
genre
like,
of the music? Is gonna
so
be
it's going to be kind of that new like I mean well I don't know if you've been noticing but a lot of things like ever since like Lil Uzi and all these people have been coming out. It's been a lot of more punk based and stuff. Sure. They've been like really bringing back like trying to remind you of like Paramore or trying to remind you of like all these bands that Green Day or whatever it was. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's like a blessing to me. I'm like, damn, like this is really coming together. Like this pop punk wave and the hip hop wave. Like I can't, you know what I mean? It was like it's like amazing to me. Like so. Yeah, like I really want to hold on to it. I think it's gonna go far. I really have a lot of faith in like in that subgenre right there. You know
That's sick. I mean? So when are you planning on dropping it?
It could be this week. It's definitely this week, but it could be tomorrow. Oh, sick. It's this week, but it definitely could be tomorrow.
So by the time everyone's watching this, then it'll be out.
Yeah, it'll be out by the time you're watching this. So definitely, we'll try to get a link or something like that. Yeah. That'd be dope. Just so you guys can see, like, I mean, the other part that I've been really trying to do. I mean, that's my main purpose as well. As like this film stuff. I mean, the film stuff. It's really getting me to the next step. You know, I'm really in the middle of planning like this big like you know what I mean. This big monumental thing. And it's heavy, like, because it's all here and it's all on my papers and it's all on my desk and stuff. But it's like, you know, I know that if I have the faith and if I make the right steps, get to the right places and stuff, it's gonna happen and stuff like that. So yeah, there's just so much going on and like I'm just like excited. I'm just so excited. You know what I mean? Yeah,
you're dabbling in so much different areas. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's honestly and it's scary. People always tell me. That's the thing is people always tell me like you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I think I might be like maybe one of the first that did do it. You know what I mean? Because the fact that like it's not too much that I'm dabbling into, especially nowadays. All these industries are coming together. You know what I mean? It's kind of one big thing.
Yeah,
and what I'm dabbling into, I'm really like on this scheme to the top. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not going south. I'm not going this way with it or whatever it is. And so I know. I mean, you can even look at Cole Bennett now. Cole Bennett started filming. And now he Lyric Lemonade's a record label. It's a label basically that he can literally put anyone on. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? And like stuff like that is what the world's come to after social media and after all these like random things. So yeah, like I think I might. You know, I mean, at first I was like, damn, like can I not do it all? You know, and I really like I settled down. I really had to figure out what you know what I mean what to do here. You know. But then I started thinking about it more, and like I really found my purpose, and really had to reevaluate myself. Went through a lot, you know what I mean? Reevaluated myself and everything, and then I realized that I can. You know what I mean? If I make it my thing, it's my thing. It's my purpose to do it all. Then I'm gonna do it all. You know what I mean? So yeah, expect like a lot, like more of my face, and like for sure, it's gonna be crazy.
So you've always had this like entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah,
high
dude.
school.
Yeah,
starting
I'm
a brand,
quieter now
music,
than like I ever been, maybe because like I'm more like but my I was just like like almost just like flamboyant about being creative. Like it was like growing up, I like would find different things and it was insane. Like you know what I mean? Like I thought I could do. You know what I mean? I would think I could do like a clothing line and stuff. And I would do all these things and like I just couldn't believe I was good at them and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would learn a lot and then. Where were we on that?
Entrepreneurial spirit.
The entrepreneur spirit. Yeah, so I've had it forever, you know, and then, you know what I mean, for so long that it even took me, like, that time to actually, like, I had to reevaluate myself, because for a while I almost got, like, it could be so long that you could even lose, like, momentum.
Yeah.
Of course, easily, you know?
Exactly,
and stuff like that, so I even had to take a step back and go like, is this like, you know what I mean, refigure out why I'm doing this and stuff like that. And I did, and like now I feel like a brand new artist again. So it's like, it's crazy, like it's just it's insane what I feel like I'm about to like give to the world, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, but even like a year ago I was so confused, let's say, you know what I mean, I went through a lot, let's say, you know, this whole come up and stuff, and like I was so confused I wouldn't even like really see the light. You know, it's hard to see the light when you're confused, and it's hard to see any opportunities and stuff like that. And when I finally like did some studying and did some like did some reading up and did some like, you know what I mean, just some like life coach digging into and stuff, that's when all these moves started like coming together and stuff like that. And it's funny because like you don't need to do that. Like there's people that were just born with it, or they're raised like that and stuff like that, or there's people that will always remember how to be like that. But at a time like at my deepest come up and stuff, and I was like also like on my deepest grind, and this is like probably 2-3 years ago around then, and I was also like using drugs at the time as well, like pretty heavily, and I'm clean from the drugs and everything like that now, and that's another reason why like things are panning out way better than they were. But back then it was what was I saying? Do you remember what I was
being off the drugs?
But basically I'm trying to remember where I was at with it though, real quick. I'm like trailing, I feel like.
You know?
Let me think. What was the last thing you asked? Just about the
we were talking about your entrepreneurial spirit, and you're going off of that. About, you know, how you're such in a better place now than you were before.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's just a constant roller coaster, I guess is all I could say. And there were times when I was down bad and I really didn't see the light and stuff like that. It took me a lot of looking into and reading up on to get to where I am now, and like get to my like mentality, getting to where when I was a kid, when I knew like when I had no insecurities about like throwing my music out or putting my all projects out or what if this happened or what if that happened, you know, that's back, and like I'm so grateful for that, and that's what I was pretty much trying to get at with that, and that's why these things have been happening lately.
And you're taking a cool route too, because you're using your being a filmmaker, a videographer, and using that, you make so much connections with other artists, and now as you start your music career more like fully, you have all these connections you can pull.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. It's honestly like, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. I really feel like I'm putting myself in good situations lately, and then I feel like I'm gonna continue as well. So it's dope.
What got you interested originally in shooting music videos though?
Shooting music videos. First one I shot was for Maddox. Do you know who I'm talking about? That's gonna be Young Pinch's main producer. He did Rock With Us. He did like the main songs, like the ones. So basically he was like, and that was my like, homie and stuff like that. He was like my first music video I think I filmed, and it was a song called Walk With Me by him. And he was like, you know what I mean, he was like a big mentor to me. He taught me a lot about even like rapping. Like he was like, you know what I mean, like right now he's production based, but I've even clowned him before that, like I think that he'll hop into like music, like he'll hop into rapping again, like, you know what I mean. I think everyone will, like it's like if they've rapped and they were good, like you know the feeling of it, you know. It's just like, and he's relevant. I've heard he's writing songs for people right now actually and stuff. So he's actually like even making like he's on his own little come up right now. So that's dope.
So that's where you started off, and once you did that music video, did you just know that I could actually do this?
I guess let's see. I mean, not necessarily because, but I think the thing that was gnarly. Okay, well, what happened was I actually started filming skating when I was in middle school. So this is how I got into filming, because all my homies would skate, but I didn't know how to skate. You know what I mean? So I would film, and then they would realize I was good with the cuts. Like, and I was young, and I would just put them together. And my first videos are like, they're even up still if you type in my name. But like they're just like the most basic cuts. But at the time they were fire or whatever, you know. So I started realizing, like, but then I would hate, like, I mean, I love the skate industry, but I just hated that I didn't understand, you know what I mean? I was kind of confused, like, am I good at filming or what is it? But I kind of realized, like, sooner or later that I just loved kind of matching the videos with, like, the music. So then what happened was, in high school, that's when, like, I started realizing, like, I started doing montages more and stuff. So it was kind of like, and then someone would be paid or whatever. Maybe a family member would pay me or something, or I'd find, like, a quick little job or something, and, like, and it would be like a montage of something, and then I was like, okay, I like promo videos, I think. Like, I like to make things better than they are. Yeah, that's like my thing, is like, I like to make things better than they are, or make people like come off as better or better looking than they are, like as any other stylist or like whatever it is, you know? So basically, and I lose my train of thought all the damn time, it's so bad, but
that's your favorite part of the process, is making everyone look better than they are.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. But okay, so, and then how I got into filming, basically filming music videos. So it started with filming skating, and then it went to filming montage and stuff like that. And then I did this thing in high school called it was called Shit Happens, and I used to go around high schools at parties. We used to go around high school parties, and like we'd go film them, and then I would go and edit it and make like this big music video to this hip hop song that was like popping at the time.
That's sick.
And like people would love it. They'd come to school the next day and be like, "Oh my god, like I love that video you put together." And then we had all these like videos of us like at these parties in high school, but they were like underage drinking. So finally, like I was like a sophomore, and I heard that like our whole junior and senior varsity lacrosse team got suspended for like a game because they all got caught online on this video.
Damn.
And everyone's going into the office, and like no one ratted me out and stuff. And then finally they found out that I was there and stuff, and like took me in or whatever. And then like nothing really happened, just made me make all the videos private. All the kids got like suspended for the game or something like that. And like I never really did it again because everyone was kind of mad at me. Like it was big. It was a bigger deal than we thought it was. Like we weren't supposed to be doing that and stuff like that. So I never really did it that again. I kind of like stayed like in my lane and stuff like that. And then by then I was also making rapping a lot as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so by then I basically I was kind of like, all right, let me just do my, like, I don't know, let me just do my thing anyways. And then when I was doing that, it was people were like, oh, you're fired with the film, like, let's just get it, you know. That's kind of what it turned into, is like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, I was always in the manager's point of view, a production point of view, so it was like, so it's like, if I wouldn't have done it, I would have found someone, or like we would have found someone who did anyways. Or but the thing is, there wasn't many people like to help, you know. And that's where it turned into a lot as well. Is like I'm always doing like all our own like graphic art, or I'm always doing our videos and stuff like that, because like it started from like, you know what I mean? Because like people would always want that. Like I don't know, we didn't have much to give, and like we were eager to learn as well. Like we didn't really like, we needed our stuff out, you know, and we weren't gonna wait on the graphic art. We weren't gonna wait on this person that couldn't like deliver and stuff like that. So we just went ahead and like did it ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where like that all stemmed from. But yeah, so that's where it started, was like, I mean, just a lot of like filming and like just being in the music industry already, and then like high school classes, a couple of college classes, and then I was out of college just because I really started trying to take this seriously and stuff like that.
How old are you?
22, bro. 22.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So,
what's your favorite part of the music video process? Do you like the
I like the
production or like post production?
Let me think. That's funny.
Because I know you edit a lot, right?
At this point, I edit too and everything. Like, so at this point, like maybe probably the editing.
Okay.
But because the film, I mean, it depends though. It really depends on who I'm like working with and like what the project is and stuff like that. Because like sometimes I get so like, I always get so into my projects and stuff like that, like heavily, and that's why it's like I have to almost like really make sure I'm gonna do it, because if I'm doing it, like it's like game over, you know what I mean? So basically, my favorite part though is like probably the aftermath though, like the just seeing it up and then seeing like all the like feedback is like what keeps me going.
Okay, cool, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, because there's projects that like, you know what I mean, I'll film and edit it and stuff, and then like it won't drop, or it won't go out. Someone turned it down and stuff, and it's like that'll be the worst feeling. I'll be like, dude, like all that hours and like time and like, and I know it's fire and like all these things, but there's so many opinions now. That's the thing that people don't understand, is like there's so many journalists and there's so many people involved that like, you know what I mean? It's honestly like you just got to be ready for that stuff. You got to be ready at this point. So
interesting. So you like the editing part more than directing?
I mean, probably at this point, just because like the shooting, it's quick for me. Yeah. And it's kind of just like I don't know. For me, it's kind of almost it's more the job. It's more of the job for me. When as like the editing is more of like the fun.
That's the creative part.
The creative part where I can kind of like do my thing and kick it or whatever it is, and like. But the editing, I mean, the shooting, I'm kind of always on their time, and even if like I'm not, like even if it's like, you know what I mean, I'm not, I still try to make sure I am. Like I'm always catering to the person and stuff. So I mean, that could just kind of maybe get more tiring, but So the editing for sure. I mean, yeah.
And are you currently seeking out other like clients, other gigs?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've actually haven't been these past couple weeks, but the thing is, they kind of been rolling in like consistently. So as of right now, I'm like kind of just really kind of like letting these clients that I have right now finish up and stuff like that. And then collect it or do whatever I can and stuff like that, and then I'm kind of switching things up, so I'm actually going to be raising my prices a little bit and stuff like that, because I actually went down on my prices at first just to get more clients in and get more work in and stuff like that, and I'm going back up just for the fact that and it's going to be really easy as well. It's still going to be like affordable and stuff for everyone, but it's just because it is like I'm really breaking my back.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're directing and editing.
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot more
heavy, and it's like days on of like hours of work, and it's like, and then you know what I mean, I just got to be. I have to have like to make sure I'm okay for like to be ready to just get like you know what I mean, like just. And
so, do you charge hourly or do you do like a package?
No, I do packages.
Okay,
I do packages and stuff like that. So it'll go by like it'll be like a video, a promo video, photography. If you want like a choice of like graphic art or like or like something like that, you know what I mean? Like I'll hook you up with like everything, because I want the video out just as much as you, like or just as much as my client, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to make sure I can do whatever I can, like to make sure that this goes out, and it goes out pretty and like it looks as professional as possible, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I try to do packages anyways, just because like it's like I don't even want them to just like, what, you're just gonna buy a video from me and then like oh, here you go, like you know, I'd rather do a package. Let's do like a photo shoot, let's do like, you know, let's promo it for a week, like let's do like, you know what I mean, put like 100 or 2 into like you know what I mean, like for now put 100 or 2 into like promotion, like just find like a placement for it or whatever it is, and then like let's see how it goes, like you know. People just have to have the faith, you know. That's what's crazy now, is like it's hard to find people with like the faith that it's gonna go, you know.
And as like a lot of artists, they don't want to commit that much money into themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they think that it's always just gonna come their way. They, you know, but realistically, you gotta put a lot of money into yourself.
No, realistically, always, dude, always. And even if it's coming your way, I mean, there's situations now where like I'm seeing it come people's way, and it's like. And it's still we're still like, I'll still sit there and be like, dude, if they just spent this much on this placement with this many views, like you know what I mean, let's say you have like 100K views, like what if we made that 1 million views, like from the 100K, like obviously people are liking it, so let's push it a little bit more. So when people aren't even down to spend $1, like that's already like you got to figure out, like if you can't, then you got to figure out who will, you know, like there's investors, there's like there's support, like there's people out there looking for talent, you know what I mean, like so you gotta figure it out.
Do you want to like promote your current rates or what your future rates are going to be, so anyone watching will know?
Exactly. So my future rates are going to be around $750. Okay. Let's do $650 to $750 realistically, and then it's going to be broken up into 3 payments though. That's the best part about it.
That's sick. You do payment plans. That's awesome.
I do payment plans and stuff like that, because in that way it's best for me as well, because that way I get the film deposit on it starts with the film deposit, so the money up front for me to like at least go wherever you're trying to go, and like my own gas, whatever it is, so, and then like you know, however long, like that's the thing too, is like I'm kind of on your schedule when we sign or whatever it is, like I'm on your schedule, like let's get it. I make sure I'm like limiting myself to like only like, you know what I mean, 1 or 2 projects at a time right now. Or because I was overboard for a while. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like trying to pop projects off all the time, and it was working, but it was like physically draining. So I'm only doing a couple at a time now. I'm raising the prices because of it, and you're gonna get I think you're gonna get a way better product, and we're gonna be able to like really expand too. You know what I mean?
And it's cool too. I know a lot of some videographers who charge like $50 an hour. And a lot of the time, like, just planning it out, and it just adds up really quickly.
Exactly.
In the long run, it's not honestly, as much.
Exactly. It would be weird if and then I don't even like, going by the hour anyways too, because and it kind of looks kind of gnarly. I mean, how much did he say he does?
I know people are like $50
an hour. Like, I mean, I would do that, but it's like I would want them to get like at least 6 hours with me though. That's the thing, is that like I want to make sure we have a good session, or else like, you know what I mean, or else like I don't know if it's really gonna. I don't know. I mean, sometimes not, but there's a lot of shoots I've been doing lately where we're all mob out for the day or mob out for the night, and we're just kind of, you know what I mean, we scheme, get it done, like we make sure like there's extra, like whatever it is, so that like we're good. You know what I mean?
I think it's better you don't do it per hour, because for you at least, it seems like you make really good connections with all the artists you work with. And it's more like gets to a point where you're not really working. It gets to the point where you're just having a relationship, and helping each other out.
Exactly.
And if you're
so in that point, I am like, exactly. It's a way better deal. It's
exactly,
a way better deal.
Like just like I think anyone who like looks at your stories and whatnot just can tell like, oh, this guy's a really genuine guy. Like everyone he works with, like, they actually have a relationship with it.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I really try to. I mean, because it's like I can't not almost at this point and stuff. I'm so invested into this. I've been doing this music stuff forever, and like it's like. You know what I mean? Like if I see someone that's on my page and grinding the same and stuff, it's like we gotta like figure it out. You know, it's normally a clean connect.
So who's your inspiration as a videographer right now? Is it Cole Bennett?
As a videographer? Honestly, yeah. I would say yeah, but it hasn't always been because, mind you, like I have been filming my whole life, so it's been heavy. This whole Cole Bennett thing has been heavy for me because. In my eyes, it's like I see Cole Bennett and when he came out, and I was like, damn, because basically like it was gnarly. This is why he is an influence though, because he did something that no one thought was cool.
Yeah,
like I know how hard it was to be a filmer and stuff. Like back in the day, like that wasn't a cool thing. Like you know what I mean? And like he came out and like really branded himself off it and made a name and like totally went with his image and everything and like. Killed it, you know what I mean? So like it was really one of my influences for like recently, you know what I mean? Because recently I've noticed how much of a wave it really is, and how much it matters, and how serious it is. Like you know what I mean? Like how big of a name you really could be like by just like who's making the videos. I mean it's full creative direction.
Definitely,
it's like a big deal now. You know what I mean? So.
He's one of the first videographers that have become a household name.
Yeah,
just from music
exactly.
videos, you know?
Single-handedly like that too, just going out like guerrilla style and just filming by himself and stuff. So shout out Cole Bennett for real. Like honestly, I really see like me working with him soon. Like you know what I mean? I really see like hopefully like things go into place and stuff. It would be a blessing, but I mean it would be a blessing, but I mean I see things going like lining themselves up, and like this is the thing like. I think LA needs a Cole Bennett, and like that's what it's missing. And like I think I'm gonna fulfill that spot for us, you know, because like Chicago has like, and that's what one of the things with Cole Bennett is. It came from Chicago and the big music scene out there, and there's only a couple places. It's Chicago. It's California, it's LA, and then it's like Texas right now is popping and stuff, but in Canada, you know. But I think LA needs someone to like be documenting all this and be like putting like promoting and branding like all the artists out here as well, you know. And I think like he's gonna really like kind of fuck with that idea that I have and stuff like that. So.
And here's the thing too, girls like cars. You're not gonna be able to.
Girls like
do
cars.
A music video for yourself.
No, that's
you're gonna have to have him.
That's what's funny is exactly I would, dude. And if it came down to it, of course, obviously. And that's what's funny is that really my dream though is to direct like and do my own videos, but just not hands on. Like I obviously wouldn't be able to film my own videos. You're not gonna do point of view on everything. But just to have like. Just to be able to like have like someone that's there with me filming and like me have creative control over the video and stuff like that would be like literally like my dream. You know what I mean? Sure. Like in the future and stuff. Just because I have all these visions of like I don't know. The entertainment industry is really something that I wanted to hop into, you know, and kind of hop into on my own way and like really on like no one's rules, and that's something that Cole Bennett did, and that's like insane. Like he doesn't have to follow any rules of any other label. Like he really is doing this shit, and he did it himself. Like it's crazy.
So would you ever want to? Have you ever thought about doing like an independent film or like? Movies?
Yeah, I have. I thought about doing a documentary before. I thought about doing a lot of things before. Let me think about. I've done a couple, like, I mean, and then, like, the thing is, I'm open to, like, any clients, too, right now, especially while I've been grinding, because I've had jobs in the past. I've been working, like, my whole life, until, like, probably, like, a year and a half ago, I stopped, and I went full-time with filming and stuff like that, because I just wanted to really sacrifice, and I knew that, like, my job was, like, making me tired, and it's, like, I'm working for something that, like, I don't want to do, and, I wasn't able to really, like, fulfill, like, you know what I mean? I was drowning in it, and I couldn't figure it out, and until, like, I quit, like, took a re-step on like took a outlook on like everything or whatever, like that's when things started changing and stuff. But what was the question one more time?
I'm spacing out too.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, well, hit the next one.
Here's the next question. How important do you feel music videos are for an artist? But for the
very important. I think that's like one of the main things that's getting people on right now. I think that like I've been watching it with everybody. I think that like if you're consistent with your music videos and you know what I mean, you're good at like entertainment or you have the image down and you can drop 1, 2, 3, 4 on elevator or you can drop like 4 on no jumper or wherever it is. people, that's where it's at. Like, it's no matter what. Like, if they approve you those many times and you got it going like that, like, by then people have to follow you because they want to see that fifth. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you've already got them hooked. They've you know what I mean? By the fourth one, you still like, you know what I mean? You got to think past the first one, past the second one, the third one and stuff. People want to binge. That's what people are about now. They want to binge and be like, okay, what else you got? Okay, what else you got? So when they see those 3 or 4, that's when they follow you and say, okay, I got to see the fifth because he's consistent. He's dropping every week. He's blah blah blah. So dude, I think music videos are like the difference between like the good and the better. You know what I mean? For real, honestly.
And what is your favorite music video of all time?
Favorite music video of all time would probably have to be, I think because I already had this conversation about with someone that Chris Brown music video when we were younger, the one that was Yo Excuse Me Miss, where he's in he starts off in the shoe shop and then he comes out, he's doing the whole dance outside the shop into the basketball court. Those music videos, bro, like, did like wonders on my brain. Like that was like what I grew up to, you know what I mean? Like just fully acted out, like choreographed music videos that were like motion pictures, you know what I mean? But it was like almost the quality you look back on and it's shitty and stuff, but it's like, dude, the fact that they put that much time and effort into everything like was the reason why they're looked at as like legends, you know, and like stuff like that. And people don't really do it too much anymore and stuff. And it's like, I really want to bring that back. If I, you know what I mean? If I had the decision and stuff like that, like, I would really bring back, like, just the choreography. Even, like, you know what I mean? I can't really dance, but, like, if I had, like, a dance team with me or something like that, just bring something that's, like, you know what I mean? Just throw it back to those
cinematic
days. Yeah, exactly.
Well, dude, it was amazing having you on here.
It was such a blessing, bro. I'm so hyped.
Figure out a way to work in the future. Maybe you can help me do a promo video or something.
Yeah, definitely, bro. We gotta link up for sure. I love what you're doing here. Like, it's literally like it's so important for us artists. Like, so important.
Don't you love the logo
dude,
here?
Yeah, I love the logo.
That's pretty sick, right?
That's so funny. We'll keep that on the low about.
No one knows. We'll keep
it on the low about while we're laughing. But yeah, dude, that shit's fresh.
This big. I don't know how big it is.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. Stay tuned and check out all his stuff. I'll have links to his latest music video coming out. What's the next one coming out? Not Enough?
We're gonna do Not Enough's coming out. Actually, late this week. So by the time maybe this is dropping,
this will be coming out this Friday.
Yeah, on a story too. We got a story with it.
That would be cool because last time you did Elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So. Word.
Damn, so everyone like, subscribe, follow him on Instagram, hit him up for music videos.
I'm always looking for the followers.